Bienvenidos a la clase de español. Bienvenidos a la clase de español. Hoy es lunes. Hoy es lunes el 9 de noviembre. Today we're going to talk about this lady, Frida Kahlo. Frida Kahlo. We've read about her in class a couple times, and you might have seen something about her in our Day of the Dead studies or your choice board. So, welcome back to Lunes Culto. We missed a couple weeks because of testing and things like that. You can now maybe recognize some more of these things on our front page here. Lunes Culto helps us to learn and be more cultured in the ways of cultural experiences, música, music, comida, food, videos, bailes, dances, arte. Art, today we're focusing on the art of Frida Kahlo. You can see some of the foods you might have learned about when you studied the Day of the Dead. We got tacos, and this is actually tortilla española, so you probably didn't learn about that. Maracas are part of music and dance. Y guitarras, we've talked about some of these artists and their artwork. We'll get to go to those later in the year. Today, to recap what happened, it says last week's, but last time's results, you had to choose whether you wanted to eat dead bread or sugar skulls. Most of you chose dead bread, pan de muertos, which is in this picture here. Sugar skulls are made entirely of sugar, so that is kind of a lot to take in, but many of you would rather eat the dead bread. You'll remember this is called cempasúchil, or the marigolds that are typical on the altars, the ofrendas for Day of the Dead. These are called calaveras de azúcar. Azúcar is sugar. All right. So we're staying in Mexico. We're going back to Mexico for Lunes Culto this week. Just a little reminder where Mexico is according to the world, if you will. This isn't the whole world, but this is your world, the United States here. So the United States, Canada, Mexico is south of us. These are the capitals of these countries: Ottawa, Washington, D.C., and Ciudad de Mexico, or Mexico City. A little bigger view here. So here's the United States again. Minnesota's like up here where the A is. America del Norte, we call this, North America. America Central is Central America. America del Sur, South America. And then we have El Caribe, also the Caribbean. So here's the color coding here. We talked about Central America because the Day of the Dead is celebrated in Mexico, and it originated in Mexico. But many of these countries now celebrate it because of their proximity to Mexico. Central America is right here. Okay, so that's maybe why you remember America Central from previous weeks. So Frida Kahlo is from México. Ella es una artista mexicana y es una artista muy popular. Popular. E interesante. Interesante. We're learning about these adjectives in class, so I'm hoping you can try and figure out what I'm saying. Frida Kahlo es una artista mexicana. Es interesante y creativa. All right, so you've seen this piece of art before. We talked about it in class once. What you're going to do here is look at this work of art, The Two Fridas, painted in 1939 by Frida Kahlo. Jot down what you think it's about and what's going on. Then you will read about what they say it is about, what the experts say. If you don't know a word in English, please look it up. Use dictionary.com because that is from the encyclopedia. And decide, do you like this work of art or not? Do you like what it stands for? Is that interesting to you? Is it kind of cool how she represents what she's representing? Obra de arte número 2. This is your second work of art to look at, The Wounded Deer, painted in 1946 by Frida Kahlo. later in her life. Study this, write down your thoughts about it, and what do you think it's about? Read this description, what the experts say it's about. Look up any words you don't know and decide, do you like this work of art? Do you like the way it depicts what it's supposed to be depicting? Is that interesting to you? Okay, finally, as always, give it a vote. Which piece of Frida Kahlo's artwork, the wounded deer or the two Fridas, would you rather have in your living room? Don't think of it as decorative. Think of it as a conversation piece. Would that be an interesting thing to have to be able to talk about? So which one would you prefer? Which one do you like better? Which work of art? Okay. I'm anxious to see what you pick. Frida is very interesting and creative. All right. And I will see you on Tuesday. Hasta martes. We'll do those small groups on Tuesday and Wednesday. Try that out. So be ready for that in class. You're studying your adjectives, ser and subject pronouns. Gracias. Hasta pronto. Adios.